Hi, it's Elise here at Bowman Library in our teen section with a whole new teen book spotlight. So for this week, we are going to be taking a look at books that all take place at boarding schools. Because, as we start to get back into the end of the school year, more of us are going back to school 4 days a week. Let's take a look at some books, though, that take place at schools that aren't like public schools. And believe it or not, there are actually a ton of YA titles that fall into that category. So we're going to take a look at 6 of them, so let's get started. Our first one is Escape Theory. So Devin gets to attend a prestigious boarding school in California as a scholarship student, which already puts her with a target on her back because she's different from everyone else. And then to top things off on top of that, she is also the school's peer counselor. So when another student dies, one who is super popular, Devin finds herself having a lot of these counseling sessions, and she kind of starts hearing everyone's secrets. And while it was assumed that Jason committed suicide, that may not be the case, as Devin starts to piece all of the information and secrets together that she has heard from multiple people. What she soon finds and learns is that there is some pretty intense prescription drug abuse taking place in the school, and that leads to some intense complications for not only her, but the entire school body. If you like some mysteries that could actually happen, then you will find yourself enthralled with this book. This is Escape Theory. A YA recent classic. This is Looking for Alaska by John Green. So 16-year-old Miles leaves his home in Florida to attend boarding school in Georgia, and he soon finds himself friends with his roommate Chip, who is also known as the Colonel, and then also by proxy Chip's best friend Alaska. Soon, Miles finds himself falling in love with Alaska, along with every other male on campus, even though she has a boyfriend in college, and it's pretty well known. As the three make their way through the school year, though, things start to change, and you as the reader will see the before and the after of a heart-wrenching event that changes everything and leaves everyone wondering what they could have done differently. If you like your realistic fiction with a good dose of heartbreak and questioning, then John Green's debut is the one for you. This is also an adaptation that can be found on Hulu, so I would suggest you read it first, then maybe watch it on Hulu. Looking for Alaska. Etiquette and Espionage. So in this steampunk meets supernatural take in Victorian England, we meet Sophronia, who has just been recruited to attend Madame Geraldine's finishing academy for young ladies of quality. But the school soon turns out to not be quite what she expected. Instead of learning how to be a gracious lady, she soon finds herself learning about espionage, self-defense, and even how to assassinate people. Not only are the subjects unique, but the school itself is a floating airship which houses students from all over the world. Sophronia soon discovers that she is actually good at these types of things, and she finds herself put to the ultimate test, though, when it is discovered that there is a mole on board, and that person is stealing confidential information and must be stopped. The first in a series, you will want to check out at least the next one, because you will want to continue on this amazing and unique journey in a world that's completely reimagined, Etiquette and Espionage. The disreputable history of Frankie Landau Bank. So when Frankie starts her sophomore year at an elite private boarding school, she catches the eye of popular senior Matthew Livingston. As they start dating, she is then introduced to his group of friends, which are all members of this male-only secret group called the Loyal Order of the Basset Hound, and Frankie soon starts to realize that she is never going to be allowed in because she's a female, nor is she ever really going to fit in with this group. So deciding to do something about it, and instead of just sulking and pouting about it, she comes up with this plan, this plot. She secretly starts to email this secret group, and she gives them a series of dares, pranks, and tasks they must accomplish in order for their secrets to remain secret. But with each email she sends, it starts to become more and more public to the student body. If you love a realistic book filled with humor and some strong female characters, you will love this one as Frankie decides to take down the establishment and make choices. The name of the star. So Rory is so excited for this school year. She's going to be spending it abroad at a boarding school in London. When she gets there, though, it's like perfect timing because someone has just started to commit murders in the same exact style as the infamous Jack the Ripper. One evening, while she's out heading back to her room, Rory sees something that's related to a murder. And when she goes to report it, no one has any idea what she is talking about. And as Rory starts to piece things together and think about what she has seen and not seen, she discovers that she can see things no one else can. She can actually see ghosts. If this whole murder spree is going to stop, it's going to be up to Rory and her new friends to eliminate this ghost and who is responsible for these horrific murders that are starting to take place. This is the first in a trilogy. If you are interested in Jack the Ripper, historical crimes, you will enjoy this journey that has a supernatural twist on it. The name of the star. And our last one for today is truly Devious. So Stevie finds herself at Ellington Academy, which is an elite boarding school that chooses the best juniors and seniors from all over the country to come and learn at this Vermont school, tuition free. But the school also has a history of some horrific unsolved murders and crimes as well. Stevie is obsessed with true crime, and she decides that while she's there, she wants to solve the infamous kidnapping of the founder's wife and daughter. But things soon get even darker when one of their classmates is murdered, and it gets way more complicated than anyone could think, and no one honestly knows who they can trust because they are literally in the middle of nowhere in Vermont, which means that the murderer is one of them. This person is going to the school and they literally have no idea who it is. Filled with puzzles, clues, and a downright twisty turning murder mystery, you will be needing to know what happens, but do not skip to the end, okay? This is the first in a series. Books 2 and 3 are here. Book 4 is getting ready to come out in a couple of months. This is truly Devious. So these are just 6 of the books that we have here in our YA section that take place or deal with boarding school scenarios. So we encourage you to come on out, either check out one of these or we can help you find whatever perfect book you're looking for. I hope you have a great week and I hope you tune back next week for a whole new teen book spotlight.